Hello everyone, this is Artosis, and I'm going to be doing a little strategical analysis of a game I played to show you how to be flexible in your Zerg openings. As you see, I'm against Loner. This is basically the Chinese champion right now, a nice friend of mine, really nice guy, good Terran player, and it was played on the Korean server. So anyways, it's Lost Temple. I'm Zerg down here at 6 o'clock, up at 12 we have Loner. And I want to discuss ZvT right now. It's a really hard matchup at the moment. For a lot of reasons. I mean, the early Reaper builds make it extremely hard for Zerg to take the natural, and you can always cliff Zerg up here, tanks, Thor, whatever, and really harass this expansion. In fact, if you rush to 2 tanks, it's pretty much impossible for Zerg to hold this. And likewise, if you just go speed Reapers, you can't hold very easily. I mean, Zerg can go roaches and expand, but it kills the economy so much it's really not even worth it. And of course you can just follow up with Marauders, and it's like this kind of easy game. So you have to be really flexible with your openings and scout like a mofo if you want to beat Terran as Zerg right now. And I want to show you, I have a pretty standard thing I do on ladder games. Of course, for match games I plan a lot better, but for just random ladder games I practice just a pretty safe opening overall, so I can get to the mid game and late game and practice those. So I'm gonna show you what that is basically. Oh, one funny thing here, I think I make an Overlord before I should. So that's not complete to show, but anyways, I go pool and gas right around 15ish against Terran right now. Sometimes a little bit quicker on smaller maps, but on 4-player maps I often do this. Now notice that I've scouted this base with the Overlord, and I sent the drones straight across, tapping these along the way to see if there's anything proxy like Reapers. That happens sometimes. And I get in here and I realize that he is actually making Marines, okay? Now this is actually exactly when I start to deviate my build. You'll see in a moment here I'm going to go ahead and take some guys off gas and go ahead and expand. I see the SCV in my base. This means I'm free to make a hatchery without it being blocked. And as you see, I'm taking some drones off of gas. I go down and make the hatchery. It's going to delay my queen just a little bit, but I want this hatchery up as quickly as possible so I can get a lot of production going. It's going to give me that 2 extra supply. It's going to give me a place to put a sunken colony, a spine crawler if I need it. And notice this drone does get away after scouting that out a little bit. Now, how would I have done this if this had been a different opening? I was preparing for myself to see a tech lab immediately. And that's basically what this is against. I would have to get really fast speed, because you can't expand until you have speed against Reapers, especially speed Reapers. So as soon as I see that, okay, no, it looks like he's doing something else. I was checking up here, I was checking down here. I'm like, okay, it really doesn't look like he's going to go Reapers. I've got to go ahead and switch this up, because this build is so bad economically against anything that you don't have to invest a lot in, like Reapers. Like a build like this, it would be so bad against. For instance, notice he's getting a factory. If he decides to go for a bunch of blue hellions and I've just gone speedlings with a late hatchery, I'm not going to have a spine crawler. I'm just going to die to blue hellions. So notice that's something, it seems very complex perhaps to have that much thought put in, but you really do need to put in such a ridiculous amount of thought as to exactly what you're going to do. And another thing that I kind of missed while I was explaining that was I had sent a drone down to chase the SCV a little bit. You cannot let it make a bunker. They build too fast, and Marines and bunkers are too strong against early game Zerg in a situation like this. The Queen can't get there in time, and I'll only have Zerglings. So you just got to kind of keep on top of the SCV while it's at your base if you're going to take such a quick expansion. So anyways, we see Loner playing pretty standard, getting up a tech lab, getting up a reactor. Not exactly the build you see every day. And I actually get luckier and run into the Zergling before he actually walls in. And upon seeing this, I assume it's going to be some sort of Marine blue Hellion rush. And that's fine. That just means that I need to make a sunken pretty quick. And this game actually, here's the thing. I scouted it, and I saw this, and I'm not sure it's going to be blue Hellion with Marine. That's what it looks like, but I have to prepare also for some sort of cliff drop on my ledge. So therefore I got my sinking gas really quick, so that when this is done I can either get drops or mutas depending upon what I think is going to be best in this situation. So anyways, now I'm just kind of droning up as quickly as I can. He's starting to make his Hellions and stuff. I'm not completely sure what he's doing. I think my Overlord caught glimpse of that Hellion. And I will be putting down a Sunken pretty quick. Yes, StarCraft 1 player, I always call it something. Spine Crawler. And, you know, Spine Crawler defense, you need 1 for up to maybe 4 Hellions, but when it gets above that, you really need 2. So you're going to see me put a second one down. You know, it's costly, but you kind of have to do it. So anyways, I don't have a lot of recon going on right now. I have this one ready to dart in if need be, but I actually have all my bases covered with this reasonably quick layer. The Spine Crawler going up. You'll notice in a minute I'm going to put down another Spine Crawler. I have 2 Queens going on. So I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. I don't need to waste anything. And there he goes landing this. Notice the Overlord placement. You got to check out for that command center. Really good bunker placement there. This is a very small area. This is like 2 Zerglings thick actually, even though it looks bigger. And yeah, so right now in the game I'm feeling pretty confident. I have this Zergling checking out the Zelnaga. See 3 blue Flame Hellions. Notice the second Spine Crawler going up, because he can basically just run by and Zerglings aren't going to do anything, and they can take out a Queen reasonably easily. So yeah, adding a ton of Zerglings now. This is actually something that is really, really hard to balance. How many Zerglings do I make? How many drones do I make in a situation like this? And the real problem is that right now you see he has 2 orbital commands, so he's muling and SCVing while making units.